Lying boyfriend turned out to be an angel. A year ago, I broke up with my lying boyfriend. Today, I found out that everyone else was actually lying, and he was telling the truth. A year ago, I was planning to move in with my first serious boyfriend, Josh, with whom I was madly in love. Then, one of my closest friends told me that Josh, while drunk at a party, had shown them a nude photo of me on his phone. 5 or 6 of my other friends confirmed the story and said that while showing the photo, Josh described our intimate life in extremely graphic detail. It was sickeningly explicit. This was completely unlike Josh. When I asked him what the hell was going on, he denied everything. Eventually, he got very angry and started calling all my friends liars. At one point, he came over to my place while some of them were visiting, and it nearly came to a fight. It was a truly strange turn in my life. Josh seemed agitated, while all my close friends were calling him a liar. Josh actually had filmed me on his phone. I know it was stupid, but it was a heat-of-the-moment thing. That's why I believed my friends and broke up with Josh. It was heartbreaking. Josh begged me to believe him. He had tears in his eyes, almost punched a hole in the wall, and left in a rage. At that moment, I felt so disgusted by the whole situation and felt a terrible internal struggle. A few months later, I started dating one of my friends, Alex, who had been the one to tell me about Josh showing the photo. All my friends were pushing me toward a relationship with Alex. It didn't work out, so we broke up after a few months but maintained a semblance of friendship. Then today, another friend sent me a message saying they wanted to get something off their chest. The story about Josh wasn't true. They actually wanted me to date Alex, so they made up the story about Josh. After talking to several other participants, including Alex, it turned out they were all lying. It was cold-blooded, calculated crap that changed my life forever. It turns out they hated Josh, thought he wasn't right for me, and that he was a jerk. But that was my damn decision to make. I am still shaking with anger. After finding out, I sobbed in the bathroom at work for 2 hours. I loved Josh so much. We were making life plans together, and I've been friends with this group since high school. What the hell? I guess I should stop talking to my friends now, right? I can't just forget everything and keep talking to them. I basically won't have any friends left. But how can I even look at them after this? I also need some closure with Josh. Can I call him? Is it even worth calling? Or is it better to unblock him on Facebook and write there? What should I do? Update. Even though it seemed like a terrible idea to everyone, I sent Josh an email on Friday. I'm including it here. Josh, I don't know if you've stayed in touch with anyone on Facebook, but if so, you probably already know why I'm writing. And I understand that it is completely unfair and selfish of me to reach out to you. But I can't imagine living the rest of my life without apologizing. So before I say a bunch of awkward and embarrassing things, the most important thing is, I am so sorry I didn't believe you. I'm sorry I let other people decide for us. I regret everything I put you through. But I think this might be my only chance to say all this, so here comes the truly cheesy and awkward part. All day yesterday I was thinking about what happened a year ago, about where I would be if I had believed you, what my life would be like. Would we be engaged? Would we be married? I haven't let you go. I want to try again. I'm not asking you to marry me, but if you'd like to get a drink sometime, I'll gladly buy you the drink of your choice. I want to talk to you again. I miss our relationship. I miss the way you got annoyed when I stole your fries. I miss our arguments about money. I miss making you breakfast. I miss how we re-watched The Office over and over again. I miss you. My contact info hasn't changed. I won't blame you if you just ignore and delete this email. Just know that I understand everything now, and I am truly, deeply sorry. I sent the email and tried to distract myself. The mere fact that I wrote and sent it made me feel a sense of relief. Saturday morning I was sitting at home watching old movies when someone rang the doorbell. Assuming it was an Amazon delivery, I ignored the ring and decided to wait for the courier to leave so I could quietly go out and pick up the package. I was in my bathrobe. A minute or two later, I went to the door and looked through the peephole. It was Josh. My heart sank, of course. I had been obsessively checking my phone for a reply, but I definitely didn't expect this. My whole apartment, and I myself were a complete mess. I cracked the door open, smiled, said hi, and told him I needed a minute to get dressed. The most awkward interaction ever. I dashed around the apartment, shoving junk into corners, put my hair up, found something to wear, and went back to the door. I came for that drink. I only had orange juice and water at home, which was also pretty awkward, but Josh stayed anyway. He didn't really ask about much. I started talking about the nude photo story, but he said he didn't really want to discuss it. We already know all the details now. Eventually, the conversation became a bit more casual, and we just chatted like we used to. It was wonderful. He asked if I wanted to eat. I wasn't actually hungry, but of course, I said I was. We went to the nearby burger place we used to go to all the time. He asked if I had dated Alex. My answer didn't seem to upset him. I asked if he had dated anyone. He had a 6-month relationship during that time. From his description, she sounded like a great person, but I didn't pry. When we got back to my place, Josh asked what my plans were for the rest of the day. None. We spent the rest of the day together, and then the night. Yes, it's completely foolish that everything is moving so fast, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time worrying about it. I feel happy. We spent part of Sunday together, then Tuesday and Wednesday. We discussed what is actually happening. The consensus was this: 2 single people seeing each other. Exclusively? Yes, I value him incredibly much and will always regret what happened back then. But regardless, I am so glad I sent him that email. It's interesting to think that if he had actually done what everyone accused him of and I had still taken him back, I would probably have trust issues. But now, I obviously trust him completely. He could tell me the earth is flat, and I would find it hard to doubt him. Just a strange thought I have periodically. So that's the story. We are back together. Will it work out? I hope so. In any case, everything is much better now than it was last week.